Hello guys, today's video is about two most common ways of choking in street fights. The first one, when the opponent grabs me from behind with his one hand and wants to choke me here, I can't do anything here, and how to get rid of this. And the second one is the brutal rear naked choke, which is really dangerous, and actually I've been there, I've experienced that goddamn feeling. So here he grabs me from behind with his both hands and I cannot breathe here. So now let's see what are the best defenses here. Okay, now the first one hand choke from behind. He jumps on my back and wants to grab my throat. Here I cannot breathe. So what should I do? The first thing I need to do is to open up a little bit room for my breathing. And one of my hands goes behind his elbow and the other hand goes and grabs the wrist. Here I give him a shock. A shock is really necessary. A back headbutt gives him a really good shock, which I've explained for you in my previous videos. And then here you need to bring his elbow down and at the same time you need to twist your body and you take a step slowly back here. You see, the most important point here is if you grab his hand like this, he pulls out his hand easily. You see, here he pulls out his hand. So I need to grab his hand. I shouldn't let him to do that. I bring my shoulder up and at the same time I need to keep his hand stuck to my body all the way through here. So I twist my body with his hand at the same time and he comes down on the ground. Okay, now we go through the next one. The really brutal rear naked choke from behind, when the opponent grabs me from behind and doesn't let me to breathe.
Oh, look at this! Jan's locked up a rear naked choke!
In this situation, the timing is really important. If you were fast and you could use the first defense, that's really easier. But if you couldn't and you ran out of time and his hand got really tight and he grabbed you really tight, you need to use the second defense. So let's see what are those. Okay, for the first one, if you were fast, you bring this hand down and you push the other hand. You see, here I need to push behind his elbow. I push because it's weaker and I can push it upwards. I push behind his elbow and twist my body. So again, easily I can free myself. So grab me again. Here I need to give my throat a little bit of space. Then I push behind his elbow and I come out of his body here. When you came out, you have two great points to hit. The first one is the ribs and the second one on his thigh. You can use the ribs to hit with your elbow and then you can use your knee to hit the thigh. Now we assume you couldn't do the technique at the right time and at the right place. So what should we do? He's choking you with his both hands and his power got to his climax and you can do nothing. It means he has grabbed me and he has locked up his hands so tight. No matter how much I try, I can't open it. So here he needs a shock. You need to use your elbow to hit the ribs and give him a real shock to unbalance him. And then after that you can use the same technique to get rid of his hands. Now one more time, grab me so tight. Come on, grab it, grab it. Boom! I push it.